Hello,
and not
beauties.
expressing
Welcome to
our
Moms
needs
Unbox,
to
a
our
podcast where I
partner
unbox with
can
you the
negatively
how-tos,
impact
tips,
our
and tricks to
relationship.
empower women to upgrade relationships,
And we'll talk about that a little
intimacy,
bit more
and
when we
parenting.
talk about tips
I'm
to
your host,
decrease
Melanie
stress.
Caroline, a multi-dimensional woman,
So, what
life coach, lover,
happens
and mom who's
hormonally
made a
when
lot
we
of
become
fucking
stressed?
mistakes. If you
So
want
when
to
our
live a
body
sensual and
experiences
liberated
stress,
life, you've come to the
our
right
endocrine
space.
system
Don't forget
produces
to
steroid
follow
hormones
Moms
called
Unbox
cortisol,
because you don't want to
and
miss
this
an
activates
episode.
our body's stress response.
mamas.
And when
How
our
y'all
nervous
doing
system
this
gets
week?
triggered, when we feel
Thank
that
you
stress,
again for joining me for another
we can go
episode
into
on
fight,
Moms
flight,
Unboxed.
freeze, or
if you're
fawn
having a good
mode,
week, great.
where
If you're not
either
having a good week,
we're rushing to get
that it'll
things
turn
done,
around
we
for
feel
you.
panicked, we feel
Today
stressed,
we're going to be unboxing,
or we go into
stress.
avoidant mode.
And as
and
a
we just
mother,
don't do
I
anything,
know you know
which
all about
increases
stress.
our
I know
stress
I know
level
all
even
about
more
stress.
because all the things that
multiple
you wanted to
kids,
get
even
done
one
that day
kid,
don't
we have
get
school
done,
starting back up,
and then you're feeling
that
really bad
adds
about
layers
yourself. You're
to
upset.
the overwhelm that we feel.
So we want to really
and the overwhelm
pay attention
then turns
to
into
our
stress.
body.
Stress
when
can have
we are
a
feeling
significant
stressed.
impact in various ways.
Sometimes it might feel
physical, emotional.
there's like
mental,
weight on our chest,
and
or
when
maybe
we
like a
become so
squeezing
stressed,
feeling
it
in our
causes ripple
chest.
effects.
Our jaw
And it
might
really
feel
can
very
impact
tight. Our children,
Your throat
our
might
lovers,
feel closed,
our friends,
like
and
the
even
airway,
our
you
coworkers.
just not
So
breathing
today,
as well as you
I want
typically
to
would
talk
on a
about
normal
how
day.
stress affects us.
When we're stressed,
and what
our
we can
muscles
do
are tight
to
Because
disintegrate
remember,
the
when
stress
we're stressed, we're not
and bring more
typically
peace
taking
into
care
your
of
life.
ourselves.
Okay,
Let's
so when
break
we're
it
not
down.
drinking water and we're not
Stress
stretching,
can impact
this
us
can cause
physically.
back pain,
Stress
muscle
can
aching,
cause
muscle
inflammation
tension,
in the body.
headaches,
So we want
fatigue,
to pay mind
even disrupt our
to
sleep.
your body.
And
What does stress
it's
feel
not
like
good on
in
our
your
physical
body?
well-being.
I want you to think about
Stress
that for
can
a second.
also
What
cause
does
us
stress
to become
feel
more
like
emotional
in your
because when we're
body?
stressed
And
we
once
are
you can
ungrounded,
identify
we are not
what stress
centered.
feels like
In
to
fact,
you,
when we are
you
stressed,
can recognize
our
the
anxiety
signs
increases
to the stress
we can
and
get
be able
depressed.
to help yourself
We can
through
become
that
emotionally
by meeting that
dysregulated.
stress
And
with
when we
something
become
that is going
emotionally
to reduce the stress
dysregulated,
for you. You and I both know because
we
we want
don't
healthy
talk the
mamas.
best
When we
way.
have healthy,
We don't
happy
respond
mamas
in the best way.
In fact, when
When we are
stressed, we're
happy
more
and healthy
reactive
moms,
our
to
children
even the
most subtle
are
things.
happy
Stress can lead
and
to
healthy.
burnout. And when our children are
decrease
happy,
our emotional
that
resilience.
reduces the
Like I said, when we are
You
stressed,
ever recognize
we
when
are
your children are
reacting.
going at each
So
other?
our
If you
child
have
might
multiple
say
kids,
something
if you have multiple
off
kids, do you
kilter,
ever notice that
and instead of
when
saying,
your children
"Hey babe, let's
are
talk about the way you
arguing
worded
and
that,"
bickering, they're not
it
sharing,
comes out in like
that it
yelling.
automatically
So then both you
increases
and your
our
kids are
stress.
yelling at each other,
And then we
you're not
get to
being the best
yelling,
example,
or we separate
which then
them. You go to your
increases
room
the
and
guilt
you go to
might
your
be
room.
feeling.
But in
because
the
you
end,
just responded
separating our
in a
children
real
is
shitty
not
way.
solving
Stress on our
anything.
mental,
Also
we are teaching them
contributes to that
to just
decrease
like
in emotional
flight,
resilience,
right?
We're like,
So when
okay,
we're feeling
we're
overwhelmed,
going to be separated.
we're trying
but
to
we're not
juggle
gonna
so
work
many
it out.
tasks and
We're not gonna
responsibilities.
discuss the issue.
We become
Or even
mentally
like
overloaded,
we try to solve
and
our kids' bickering
cognitive
by
functioning
saying, all right,
skills just kind of goes out the window.
Dawn, you
notice
apologize
that
to Cam.
you're no longer multitasking maybe as well as you used to be able to, which multitasking
want to
can
solve
cause stress
and
as well.
de-escalate an issue by
However,
requesting
like I was
that
going back
Henry
to, when we
and
are mentally
Francis
overloaded,
apologize to each
we
other
might not
right
be able
now.
to concentrate
But
as
then
well.
we're just teaching
We might
our
not be able
kids
to make
to apologize,
decisions, and then
that
the problem
art
just
of benefit
goes
to
away.
us. But in
We
reality,
might turn to
the problem
things
doesn't
to
go
cope,
away.
like
when we just
let's
apologize.
get 2 coffees a day,
Because an apology
instead
without
of our
changed
one usual
action
coffee,
is just
or we're gonna
words.
smoke some more weed.
It's not helping
We
them
don't
emotionally
take care of
regulate.
ourselves.
It's
So
not
even our
helping them
self-care
understand
is
why they got
impacted
into the
when we are feeling
bickerment
stressed
in the first place.
So while we're having those 2
And
coffees in a
unfortunately,
day,
when we teach our children
that we're not drinking the
to
water
de-escalate
like
an issue in this way,
or we're not taking mental
that's what
breaks
they do
like we
when they
should
get
be.
older, and then
We're
don't
not eating
and
like
then
we
they don't
should be.
understand
We're
why
only taking care
when
of
they
the kids. We're
apologize
making
to
sure
their
that
partner, why
the
the
kids
problem's just
have
not going
food, the
away,
kids
why
are
they're still
clothed,
mad.
the kids
Because we're
have
not
what they
really
need, but then we're
dealing
leaving
with the
ourselves
stress.
out. I can
We're not really
say there are a
solving
lot
any
of times
problems. in my day.
So when we are happy,
I might be just multitasking a bunch, trying to get all the
we can give
done.
more of our time, attention,
I get the kids
and
fed,
space
but then, it's
our
easy
children
for me to make them a peanut butter and jelly sandwich,
to
some
help
slices
them
of apples.
de-escalate.
But then I don't make myself anything to eat. And this is very common for us mamas to provide for our kids, but then not provide for ourselves, especially when we're stressed.
You can see,
because we are just checking off the boxes.
I'm
sure you're okay, we got you fed, we got you bathed, we got you clothed.
Stress can affect our
we picked up the rooms, we cleaned the dishes, all the things.
It can
all those things were
affect
completed
us physically,
but then we reflect back on our day and
mentally,
we're like, crap,
and in our relationships.
I didn't do any self-care. I didn't meditate today. I didn't stretch today. I didn't do my yoga today. I did not do anything to help myself improve my stress level,
the stress,
which then increases
and we started
our levels of stress.
This impacts our relationships
as well
when we're not taking
really
care of
recognizing those symptoms,
our levels
of stress,
because
stress
our body
is
like
the number one messenger.
So what happens
if we can be mindful of
our bodies?
We can really nip
when our body
experiences
stress
before it escalates.
Our endocrine system produces steroid hormones.
So my number one
cortisol,
tip, and this
to
activates our body's stress response.
It's just
and when our nervous system gets
to
triggered,
place a
when
hand
we feel
on
that
your
stress
chest, over your heart,
we can go into fight, flight,
and
freeze,
taking
or
a deep
fawn mode,
breath,
where either we're rushing to get things done, we feel panicked, we feel stressed,
inhaling,
or we go into avoidant mode and we just don't do anything, which
just
increases our
breathing.
Stress level even more.
Sometimes
because
when
all
we
the
are
things
stressed,
that you
we're
wanted to
running
get done that
around,
day
we're multitasking,
don't
doing
get
a million
done,
things,
and then you're feeling really
we
bad about
forget
yourself,
to
you're
breathe.
upset.
We
want
to
really
consciously
pay attention
breathe.
to our body.
And
when we are
our
feeling
breath
stressed,
sometimes it might feel
part
like
of our automatic nervous system. There's
so it's
weight
not
or maybe
we
the
have to think
squeezing
about.
feeling in our chest.
Thankfully,
our jaw
that would be
might
very
feel
difficult
very
if we did.
tight.
But
Your
our breath
throat
is not
might
something
feel
we have
closed,
to think about.
Like
so
the
when we are
airway,
feeling
you just
stressed,
not
just take
breathing
that
as well
2
as you
minutes,
typically
even
would
a
on a
minute.
normal
Hell,
day.
30 seconds
when
would
we're
be good.
stressed, our muscles are
just
tight.
breathing.
Because remember, when we're
Inhaling
stressed, we're not typically
through the nose,
taking care of
and
ourselves.
exhaling out of
so
the
when we're not
mouth.
drinking water and we're
And
not
just
stretching, this can
connecting
cause
with
back
your body
pain,
while
muscle
you take
aching,
those breaths.
muscle tension.
Notice your jaw.
And so we
Notice
want
your
to
shoulders.
pay mind. Notice
to
your
your
throat
body,
and how that air is
stress
moving
feel
through
like
you.
in your body.
Notice
I want
your
you to think about
hands.
that
Are
for
they
a second.
clenched? Are they
What
sweaty?
does stress
Are you
feel
picking
like
at your nails? Are you
in
biting
your
your
body?
nails? And
Like,
once you
notice
can
what it is
identify
you're doing
what stress
as you
feels like
breathe.
to you, you can recognize
My
the
second
signs
tip is
to
give
the
yourself
stress
grace
and be able to
Honey, you are doing
help yourself
so
through
much.
that by meeting
Raising
that
kids
stress
is not
with
easy,
something that is going
let
to
alone
reduce
if you're a
the
single
stress
mama.
for you. When we
Raising
are
kids
happy
on
and
your
healthy
own
moms,
is not easy.
our children
Being a stay-home
are
mom
happy
is not easy.
and healthy.
Being a mom that goes to work
when
and
our
then
children
comes
are
home
happy,
and still does all the
that
laundry and the
reduces
cooking
the
and the
stress.
caring for the kids.
If you have multiple
This is
kids,
not
do you ever
easy.
notice that when your children
You are fucking superwoman,
arguing and bickering,
okay?
they're not
Give
sharing,
yourself some
that it
grace.
automatically
It's
increases
okay
our
not
stress.
to get everything done.
And then we get to yelling, or we
It's
separate
okay
them. You go to your room
just
and
take
you go
some
to your
time
room.
for yourself.
But in the end,
It's okay
separating our children
to
is
just
not
allow
solving
yourself
anything.
some patience.
We're like, okay,
Allow yourself some
we're going to be
grace.
separated, but we're not going to work it out. We're not going to
Just
discuss
breathe.
the issue.
Be okay.
We want to solve
It's okay.
and de-escalate an issue
You've got
by
so much going
requesting
on.
that Henry
It's
and
okay
Francis
to just
apologize to
pause.
each other right now.
And a lot of our
But
stress
then
comes
we're just
from
teaching
being
our kids
overwhelmed
to apologize, and
with
then
everything
the
that we
problem
feel
just
like we have
goes
to
away.
do.
But
The
in
stress
reality,
comes from the pressure.
problem doesn't go away.
So just
when we
releasing the
apologize.
pressure
Because an
will
apology
release
without
the
changed
stress.
action is just
My third
words.
tip is to
It's not helping
communicate
them
your
emotionally
needs.
regulate. it's not helping them understand why
I
got
spoke
into the
briefly about
in the
when
first
we're stressed,
place.
we get upset with our partner.
And unfortunately, when we
then
teach
we're getting
our children
upset with our partner
to
because we are
de-escalate
automatically
an issue
assuming
in this way,
that our partner
that's what they
knows
do
what
when
we
they
need
get older,
and what we want.
and then they don't understand why.
And
when they
I
apologize to their partner,
bit,
why the problem's
and
just
I
not
realized,
going away,
like,
why they're still mad.
Our partners
because
are
we're
not mind
really
readers.
dealing
as
with
much
the
as we'd
stress.
love to just
we're not
have
really
them take some
solving any
initiation
problems.
to do the dishes or
So
transfer
when we
the
are
laundry,
happy and when we are not
sometimes
stressed,
they're in their
we
own
can give
world,
more of our
and they're
time,
thinking about
attention,
their own
and
things,
space
and
to our
we
children
have
to help
ask
them
to do
de-stress,
things.
to help them.
And I know,
de-escalate.
and I hear this,
I'm sure
and we
you're
see this on TV. We see
that
this in
stress
movies,
can
right?
affect us
I was watching a clip of The Breakup,
emotionally,
where
mentally, and
Jennifer
in our relationships,
Aniston
and
wanted her partner to
self-care.
just take initiation and do
So
the
what
dishes
can
and
we
help
do
clear the table
to
from the dinner
really
party. And they got into a
help
giant
with
argument
stress? What can we do
because
to
he
really
had just come
de-escalate
from
the stress?
home from work.
And
He
we
wanted a
started with
break,
paying
so he was playing video
to
games.
our bodies.
Well, why did she get
really
mad? She doesn't
recognizing
allow
these
herself a
symptoms of
break
stress
because
because
she
our
sees
body
the dishes.
is like the number one messenger.
You know, we in general,
if we can
women
be
see
mindful
all the
of
things
our
that
bodies,
we have to do.
we can really nip
Men,
that stress.
we should be taking a
before
little
it
tip from them.
escalates.
They're like, okay, let me have a
So
break.
my number one tip,
and then let me help you
to
with whatever it
de-escalating
is you
stress.
need. So
It's just
ask your partner,
inviting you
and
to
tell
place
your
a
partner,
hand on your
hey,
chest,
this is
over
what
your
I need
heart,
from you today. I would really appreciate
and
the
taking
help.
a deep
You know,
breath.
I'm feeling that my stress
Inhaling
levels are high. I'm feeling like I'm in this
and
constant
exhaling.
doing mode.
Just breathing.
And I just would like some help with some of
Sometimes
these
when
things
we
that
are
we need to do.
stressed, we're running around, we're multitasking.
One
doing a
other
million
way
things.
to communicate
we
your
forget
needs
to
is write a
consciously
list for your partner.
breathe. And
If you're getting frustrated
is
by
a part of our
asking
automatic nervous
repeatedly,
system,
which
so it's
sometimes
not
happens,
something we
no
have to
doubt,
think
we all
about,
get distracted,
thankfully.
and we
That
have
would
to
be very
remind our
difficult
partners,
if we
hey,
did. So when
you know,
we
I
are
asked you
feeling
to mow
stressed,
the lawn like 2 days
just
ago.
take that 2
That
minutes.
can be stressful
even
in itself.
a minute. I understand.
Hell, 30 seconds
So
would
write
be
a
good.
list, honey.
Write
But
your
just
partner
breathing,
a list.
inhaling,
Communicate your needs to your
through the
children.
nose and exhaling out of the
Mom
mouth.
is feeling a little overwhelmed.
And just
I'm feeling stressed out.
connecting with your body.
Here's all the
while you
things that I
take
need
those
you
breaths.
guys to do to help mommy
Notice
out.
your jaw.
Can you please go
Notice
pick up
your
room?
shoulders.
Can you please fold
notice
your own
your
laundry?
throat and how that air is
Can
moving
you
through you?
please help me out with the dishes by
Notice
rinsing
your
them?
hands. Are they clenched? Are
There's
they sweaty?
so much stress.
Are you picking at your
caused when
nails?
we
Are you
just
biting your
assume
nails?
that the people
Notice
in our
what
life
it is you're doing
knows what we
as
need.
you breathe.
It's okay to ask for help.
My second
honey.
tip is
it's
give
okay for our
yourself
children to
grace.
do some chores.
Honey, you are doing so
a lot of the
much.
stress can be stemmed
Raising
from because we're
kids
doing
is
everything
not
for them.
easy. Let alone if you're a
Everything.
single mama.
It's like, no, when they
Raising
hit a
kids
certain
on your
age, if
own
they
is
can
not
reach that
easy.
sink,
Being a stay-home
hey,
mom
it's
is
time
not
for you
easy.
to learn how to
Being a
rinse
mom
the
that goes to
dishes.
work and then comes
You
home
know,
and still does all the
encourage
laundry
your
and the
children
cooking
to
and the
help
caring
you
for the
out.
kids.
It's okay.
This is not
It's okay to
easy.
be a team. Mom
You
doesn't
are
have
fucking
to lift the
superwoman,
entire
okay?
team. The house,
Give yourself
the
some
job,
grace.
cleaning the car,
It's
doing
okay not
the
to get
landscaping.
everything done.
Okay, we are one.
It's
you are one
okay
person.
to
you
just
are one
take
person.
some time for
and
yourself.
it's okay to ask for help.
It's okay to just allow yourself
The
some
other-
patience. Allow yourself some grace.
Tip number 4
And just breathe.
is take a
My
walk
third
in
tip
nature.
is to communicate your needs.
Walking in
when we're
nature
stressed,
can
we
be
get upset with our
so
partner.
therapeutic.
But then we're getting
for you.
upset with our partner because we are automatically assuming that our partner knows what we need and what we want. And I did this quite a bit. And I realized, like, our partners are not mind readers.
Walking in nature. As much as
And
we'd
here's
love to
tip
just
number 4.
have them take some
Go for a
initiation
walk
to do
in
the
nature.
dishes or transfer the laundry,
Surround yourself with some
sometimes
trees.
they're in their own world and they're
Notice
thinking
the
about their
flowers.
own things. And we have to
Notice
ask
the
blackberries
blackberries
to do things. And I know, and I hear this, and we
Notice
see
any
this on TV.
insects.
We see this in movies,
Just
right?
connect
I was watching a
back
clip of The Breakup
with
where
nature. Jennifer
Nature
Aniston
walks can
wanted
reduce stress,
her partner
anxiety,
to just
and
take
depression.
initiation
It
and do the
promotes
dishes and help clear
relaxation.
the table from
It
the dinner
enhances
party.
your mood.
And they got into a giant
Invite
argument
your kids to go with
because
you.
he had just come from
that's
home,
what you
home
need to
from
do.
work.
If
He
you're not
wanted
able
a
to get
break,
away
so
on your
he was
own
playing
for a little
video
walk,
games.
have
Well,
the
why did she
kids
get mad?
engage
She doesn't
in a
allow
mindful
herself a break
walk.
because she sees the dishes.
Have your kids engage with you.
You know,
in
we
a
in
mindfulness
general,
walk.
women see all the things that we
And
have
part
to
of
do.
the way we can
You know,
engage our
men,
children in being more
we should
mindful
be taking a little tip from
is
them.
like
They're like,
pointing
okay,
out
let me have a
only the
break,
color yellow.
and then let me help you
What
with
do you
whatever
see
it
that
is
is
you
yellow?
need. So
Or
ask your partner,
show me the insects
and
that
tell
you
your
find.
partner, hey, this is what I
Or
need from you today.
notice
I
the
would
color
really
pink.
appreciate the help. You know,
You know,
I'm feeling
find the
that my
color
stress
pink.
levels
Do
are
you see
high.
anything?
I'm feeling like
Or
I'm in
notice
this
your
constant
feet
doing,
when they walk.
doing mode.
And
And I
notice your
just
feet
would like
when they
some
touch
help
the
with some of
sidewalk.
these things that we
What
need
does
to
your
do.
foot feel like in your shoe?
One other way to
You know, can we
communicate
breathe
your needs
with our
is write a
walking
list
as we
for
take
your
a
partner.
step?
If you're getting frustrated
So,
by
walking
asking
in nature
repeatedly,
helps
which
our
sometimes
brain
happens,
recover
no
from
doubt,
mental
we all get
fatigue.
distracted.
It
and
helps
we have
with
to
our
remind
physical.
our partners, hey,
It helps
you know, I
physically.
asked you to mow the
Walking
lawn
in
like
nature
2 days
also
ago.
helps physically.
That can
It
be
improves
stressful
our
in
overall
itself.
health,
I understand.
enhances
so write a
our
list,
muscle
honey.
strength,
Write
and
your partner a
balance.
list. You know, communicate
It
your
boosts our
needs to your
immune system
children.
because when we're outdoor, it
Hey,
increases our vitamin
Mom
D
is
level,
feeling a little
our
overwhelmed.
immune function,
I'm feeling stressed out.
gets us out of the house.
Here's all the
So
things that
when we
I
go
need you
for
guys
walks
to
in
do to help
nature, we
mommy
can
out.
become
you
more
please
creative
go pick
because
up your
our
room?
stress levels are
Can you
decreasing.
please fold your own laundry?
It improves our
Can you
problem-solving
please
abilities
help me
when
out
we're
with the
able to be in
dishes
a
by
tranquil
rinsing them?
environment.
There's so much stress caused when we just
It helps
assume that the
regulate
people in our life
you.
knows
Walking
what we
in
need.
nature helps
It's
regulate
okay to
you.
ask for help, honey.
It creates
It's
a deeper
okay for our
connection
children
with
to
the
do
environment,
some
gives you
chores.
a sense of,
A lot
a
of
greater
the stress
sense of
can
peace.
be stemmed from because we're doing everything for them.
It also helps
Everything.
you and your
It's
children
like,
have
no, when
that
they hit a
bonding
certain
time.
age, if they
You're
can
able
reach
to
that sink,
communicate. You're able to
hey,
get outside the
it's
house.
time for
You're
you to
able
learn
be,
how to rinse
like
the
I said, more
dishes.
creative. You can
You know,
make it a
encourage
mindfulness
your children
walk.
to
You
help
can,
you out.
You know,
It's
pick out
okay.
different things
It's
to
okay to
collect
be a
and bring
team.
home.
Mom doesn't
just
have
such
to
a
lift the
beautiful
entire
way
team, the
to
house,
de-stress.
the job, cleaning the car, doing
Tip number
the
5.
landscaping. Okay,
Soften.
you are one person.
Ladies.
You are one person.
It is
and it's
so
okay
hard
to
to
get
for
out
help.
of this
Tip number
masculine
4
energy. And
is
masculine
take a walk
energy is
in
great
nature.
when we're
Walking
trying to get
in
things
nature can be
accomplished. We're trying
so
to check things off the
therapeutic.
to-do
Surround
list.
yourself
with some trees.
But when we are too much in our
Notice the
masculine energy,
flowers,
when we're running
notice
around
the
doing,
blackberries,
notice
any
we
insects.
get hard. And we
Just
get a little
connect
bitter.
back
We get a little resentful.
and we
with
get a little
nature.
stressed out. So
Nature
engaging
walks
in
can reduce
self-stress,
stress,
anxiety, and
promotes you to
depression.
soften.
It promotes relaxation. It
Breathe
enhances your
and
mood.
soften. Just
Invite
relax
your
your
kids
body.
to go with you.
So
if
whatever
that's what
way
you
you
need
need
to
to do that,
If you're not able
maybe
to get
it's
away on
taking
your
10
own for a little
minutes
walk,
and having a
have your
mommy
kids
time
engage
out.
with you in a
Go lay down in your
walk.
bed.
Part of the way we can
without your
engage our
phone,
children in being more
and
mindful
just breathe and just
is
soften
pointing
your
out
body.
only the color yellow. What do you
Allowing
see
your
that
shoulders
is
to
yellow?
just kind of
Or
rest.
show me
opening
the
your
insects
hands,
that you find. Notice
taking
the color
deep
pink.
breaths,
Do you
allowing
see
your
anything?
throat to
Or
open.
notice your feet when they
feeling
walk.
the rise and fall
And notice
of your
your
chest,
feet when they touch the
wiggling
sidewalk.
your toes.
What does your foot feel
just
like in your
connecting
shoe?
back with your body.
You know, can
The
we
other
breathe
ways
with
you
our
could do this
walking
is by
as we
taking
take
a
a step?
bath.
Allowing yourself
Walking
to take a
in
bath
nature
when the kids are
helps our
in
brain
bed
recover
or
from
asking
mental
your partner
fatigue.
to like
Hang
enhances
out
our
with the
muscle
kids, keep 'em
strength,
occupied,
and it boosts
make
our
their
immune
dinner
system
so that
because
you
when
can
we're
have some
outdoor,
bath
it increases
time.
our vitamin D level. When we go for walks in
Maybe
nature, we
doing
can
an art
become
project.
more
Maybe you haven't
creative
painted
because
in a
our
while
stress
or
levels are
drawn in a while.
decreasing.
Or maybe there's a scrapbook
It creates a
page
deeper
that you want to
connection
just
with the
engage in.
environment, gives you a
Allowing
greater
you
sense of peace.
to move
It
with
also
the
helps
creative
you
flow
and your children
so
have
that you can
that
just
bonding
soften
time.
your body.
You can
Soften
pick out
the
different
mind,
things
just
to collect
relaxing.
and bring home. It's just such a beautiful way.
Whatever that
to
self-care
de-stress
looks
Tip
like
number
for you,
5.
that will get you in this space
Soften.
of just
Ladies,
back into your feminine energy.
back into your creative flow,
to get out of this masculine energy.
Being
masculine
able to
energy is great when we're trying to get things accomplished. We're trying to check things off the to-do list
and engage in self-love.
When we are too much in our masculine energy, when we're running around doing self-love practices,
will also
we
help
get
you soften,
and we get a little bitter. We get a little resentful, and we get a little stressed out.
6.
So engaging in self-care,
give and receive
that promotes
affection.
you to soften. Breathe and soften. Just relax your body. So whatever way you need to do that, maybe it's taking 10 minutes and having a mommy timeout. Go lay down in your bed without
Tip
your phone.
number 6.
And just breathe.
Giving and
receiving
your body.
Affection. Affection,
allowing
your
your
shoulders to just touch,
kind
rest,
words,
opening
emotional
your hands,
support,
improves your mood,
breaths,
reduces stress and anxiety. So by
feeling the
by
rise
providing
and
and
giving,
wiggling your toes,
by receiving and
just
giving
connecting
affection,
back with your body,
it can move.
The other ways you could do this is by taking a bath,
giving and receiving affection,
allowing yourself to take a bath when the kids are
by
in
giving
bed,
and
or
receiving
asking your partner
affection,
to like
it can
hang out
boost
with the kids,
your
keep
mood
them occupied,
and increase your happiness.
make them dinner so that you can have
Good
some
hormones
bath
like
time. Oxytocin and endorphins help
Maybe
create a sense
doing
of
an
joy.
art project. Maybe you haven't
So when you
painted in
do
a
ask
while,
your children for a
or
hug,
maybe there's a
allow
scrapbook
it to
page
be
that you want to
like
just
a
engage
long
in,
hug,
allowing
just a
you
tight embrace,
to move with
and
the
when
creative
you do
flow,
this, it lowers
so that you
your
can just
cortisol levels,
soften your
reducing
body,
that stress and anxiety
soften the
for
mind,
both you
just
and your
relaxing.
children.
Whatever that self-care
I recognize
looks like for
a
you
long
that
while
will get
ago
you in this space
that when
of
my
just
stress levels were
back
super
into
high,
your feminine energy.
I was not
back into
affectionate
your
towards
creative
my
flow.
kids.
And I
Being
actually
able
had this
to
epiphany
be
walking
a
down the stairs
container
of
for
like
me
peace and sovereignty,
barking at my kids,
engaging in
and
self-love
then not
practices
explaining to them
will
why
also
I
help you
was
soften.
upset.
Tip
Not only
number
was I not
6,
communicating,
giving
but I
and
wasn't
receiving
being an affectionate
affection.
mom. And that
Affection
changed
expressed through
that
physical
realization
touch or kind words,
changed
emotional support,
so much about my
improves
parenting.
your mood,
And now, like, I
stress
communicate
and
with my
anxiety
kids.
by giving and
I give
receiving
my kids
affection.
lots of
It
hugs
can
and kisses.
boost your mood.
I tell them that
and
I love
increase
them,
your happiness.
and me being able to give that
Good hormones like
love
oxytocin
and
and
has brought me
endorphins
so much
help
joy,
create a sense
and
of
it has
joy.
brought my kids. So when you
Even
do ask
closer
your children
together.
for a hug, allow it to be like a
When
long
you
hug.
give and
Just a
receive
tight
affection,
embrace.
it also lowers your
And
blood
when you
pressure.
do this, it lowers
which can
your
improve your
cortisol levels,
cardiovascular
reducing that
health.
stress and anxiety
It's
for
also
both you and your
strengthening
children.
Your immune
I
system because
recognized
you're less
a
stressed.
long while ago,
And when we're
that
stressed,
when my stress levels
can
were super
sometimes
high,
get even more
I was
sick
not
when we're
affectionate
constantly
towards
doing
my kids. It
and actually
causes
had this
our immune
epiphany
system walking down the
to
stairs
lack
of like me barking at my kids
when we're
and
more
then not
stressed, it causes
explaining
our
to them
immune
why
system
I
to
was
sometimes
upset.
plummet because we're
Not
not
only was
taking
I
care
not
of ourselves.
communicating,
So being
but I
able to
wasn't
be more
being an
affectionate
mom.
reduces
that
that
realization.
It also creates
changed
more intimacy
so
and
much
connection
about my
within your
parenting.
relationships.
And
So when
now
you ask your partner,
communicate with my kids.
"Hey, I'm feeling
and
very
I give my
stressed
kids
today, and I'm feeling
lots of
very
hugs and
overwhelmed.
kisses.
Can you
I
please
tell
give
them
me a
that I
hug?"
love them, and
Oh
me
my gosh,
being
the
able
trust
to give
and emotional security that
love and
builds
affection
is
has
just
brought me
a
so
game
much
changer
joy
in your relationship.
and it has brought
Being
my
able
kids
to communicate that
even
and then
closer
receive
together
that love
also
and affection
creates more intimacy
it
and
just
connection
helps
within your
boost
relationships.
your
So when you're asking your partner,
relationship, your
"Hey,
self-esteem,
I'm feeling
your
very
self-worth,
stressed today,
your
and I'm feeling very
value,
overwhelmed.
and it
Can you
also
please give me a hug?"
improves your
Oh my
emotional
gosh, the
and
trust and
psychological
emotional
development
security that
for your
builds
kids and
is
within your
just a
relationship.
game changer in your relationship. Being able to communicate that and then receive that love and affection.
Tip
It just
number
helps boost your relationship,
7.
your
Tip number
self-esteem,
7.
your self-worth, your
Instead
value.
of writing a to-do list,
And it also
I encourage you
improves
to write
your
a
emotional
an
and psychological
accomplishment
development
So
for your
I
kids
shifted
and within
this
your relationship.
mindset Tip number
several
7.
months ago, probably like 6 months
Instead
ago
of
now,
writing a
where
to-do
I would
list,
notice
I
the
encourage you
energy
to
that I
write
was
a-
holding when I was
an
writing a
accomplishment
to-do
list.
list.
Like it
So
felt
I
like a bunch
shifted
of
this
chores
mindset
that I needed
several
to get
months ago,
done.
probably
And
like
if I
6
didn't
months
check
ago
off
now,
those chores,
where I would
or that
notice
to-do
the
list,
energy that I was
would
holding
get,
when I was writing
like,
a to-do list.
very
Like it
stressed
felt
out,
like a
and
bunch
I
of
would have this whole
chores
like
that I needed to
self-guilt
get
trip,
done.
and if I didn't check
I
off
was like,
those
there has to be
chores or
another
that
way
to-do
for me
list,
to write
I
my
would
list,
get,
because I'm very much a
very
list
stressed
person.
out,
There
and I
has to be
would
another
have this
way
whole
for
like
me to write this
self-guilt
list,
trip, and
so that it's energetically,
I was like, there has to be
feels
another
more
way
freeing
for me
and
to
more
write my
rewarding.
list, because I'm very much
I
a
started
list
calling
person.
my to-do list
There has to be
my
another way for
accomplish
me to
list.
write this
So
list.
what are the things
so that
that you
it's
want to accomplish
today?
feels
And
more
write those
freeing
things.
and more
I
rewarding.
very much encourage you
So
to write
I
the
started
top 3
calling
things
my
that you
to-do
want to
list
accomplish
in your
list.
day. So what are the
And
things that
focus
you
on
want to
those 3
accomplish
things,
today?
and then
the
and
rest
write
of your
those
accomplish
things.
list
I
can
very
be
much encourage
done
you
with
to write
grace.
the top
If you
3
don't
things
get it
that
done
you want to
that day,
accomplish,
then great.
in your
You
day,
can accomplish that
and
another
focus
day.
on those 3 things.
And so
and
changing
then
that shift,
the
or
rest of
changing
your
that
accomplish
wording
list from
can
to
be
do to
done with
accomplish,
grace. If
has
you
just
don't get
been
it done
an entirely
that day,
different
then
energetic
great.
shift
You
for
can
me.
accomplish that
So I really
another
encourage
day.
you to
And
change
so
the wording
changing
from
that
to
shift,
do
or changing
to
that wording
accomplish. What do I want to accomplish
to
today?
do to
And then
accomplish
at the end of
has
the day,
just
when
been
you are
an
checking out the
entirely
things that you
different
accomplished,
energetic shift
like
for
there's
me.
so much more
So I
reward
really encourage you
to like
to
change
yay,
the wording from
accomplished
to do
taking out the
to
dishes.
accomplish. What do I want to accomplish
I
today?
accomplished
And then at the
taking
end
out
of
the
the day, when you
garbage.
are
I
checking off the
accomplished
things
doing
that
the
you
laundry,
accomplished,
and I
like there's so
accomplished
much more reward
doing that project that
to
I
like
needed to
do
do
for work.
I
Like,
accomplished
do you notice that
taking
shift?
out
Like,
the garbage.
instead
I
of like,
accomplished
okay,
doing the laundry, and I
took out the
accomplished
garbage, I
doing that
did the
project
laundry,
that I needed to
and
do
I
for
did the
work.
project
Like,
today.
what
Do you notice that shift? Like,
no, like you
instead
fucking
of like,
accomplished
okay,
that shit.
I
Like, celebrate
took
it.
out the garbage, I did the laundry,
My
and
tip
I did
number
the project
8 is
today.
be
What do you
okay
do?
with not
Like,
getting it
no,
all
like you fucking
checked.
accomplished that
And I
shit.
just
like
celebrate
touched on
it.
that.
My
Like write
tip
your
number
top
8
3
is
things
be
that you
okay
want to
with not
accomplish
getting
in the
it all
day.
checked.
And then the
And
rest
I just
is bonus,
touched
baby.
on that.
Like
You
write your
accomplished
top
way
3
more than
things
you
that you want to
expected
accomplish in the day.
You exceeded.
And then the rest is
And
bonus, baby.
that's great.
Like you
Like,
accomplished
not everything
way more
has
than
to
you
get checked off.
expected.
There's
you
always going to
exceeded.
be tomorrow.
And that's
right?
great.
Like,
if you don't
not
get the
everything
dishes
has to
today,
get checked off.
if you don't
There's
get the
always
dishes
gonna be
accomplished
tomorrow.
those dishes,
right? We're gonna
if
be
you
there
don't
tomorrow.
get the
And
dishes
this actually like
accomplished,
freed
those
up
dishes
so much time in
are
my
gonna be there
day.
tomorrow.
When I
And
just
this
focused on the
actually,
top
like,
3
freed up so
things
much
that I
time
wanted
in
to
my
accomplish.
day.
When I just focused on the top
And
3
maybe the
things
rest
that I
didn't get
wanted
done
to
because
accomplish,
the top 3 took me a little bit longer
and
than
maybe
I thought.
the rest didn't
That's
get done
okay.
because
I give
the
myself
top 3
that
took me a
grace
little bit longer than
to
I
be
thought.
like, that's okay.
That's
I
great.
give
They'll
myself
be
that
there tomorrow.
grace
I'd
to
rather
be like,
sit down and cuddle my
that's
kids
great
today.
They'll be
'Cause
there
I got my
tomorrow.
top 3
I'd rather
accomplished,
sit down
and
and
the
cuddle
rest
my
of my
kids
day
today.
is like
'Cause
I
got
get to
my
choose
top
what
3
I want to do with
accomplished.
that.
And the
If
rest
I want
of my
to
day
accomplish
is like
more
I get to choose
from my
what I
list,
want to do
great.
with that.
But
If I
maybe
want to
don't.
accomplish
Maybe I wanna
more
just sit and
from
chill
my
and watch a
list,
movie with the
great.
babes.
But maybe I
So
don't.
you get
maybe
to
I wanna
decide that
just sit
for
and chill
yourself
and watch a movie
and
with
just
the babes.
that whole
So you
mindset
get to decide
shift
that for
just
yourself
and just
reduces
that
so
whole
much stress.
mindset
It takes
shift
it off your
just
plate. Reduces
even
so
like
much
allowing
stress.
your partner
It takes
to
it off your plate. Work on the accomplishment
even like
list.
allowing your
That's
partner
also very
to
helpful too. Work on the accomplishment list.
And tip number
That's
10
also very helpful
is
too.
to be mindful.
And tip number 10,
we touched
is
on this
to
a
be
little bit at the
mindful.
beginning, but just
We touched
taking
on
that
this
breath
a little bit at the beginning,
and noticing
but just
where
taking that
stress
breath
lives in the body,
and noticing
and
where
notice when
stress
you're starting
lives
to
in the
have like
body,
symptoms,
and
of
notice
stress.
when you're starting
because
to have
our
like
body
symptoms
communicates
of
those
stress.
messages to us.
Because our body communicates
and
those
when we
messages
are
to
more
us,
mindful
and when
in
we
our
are
life,
more
it
mindful
literally
in our
reduces the
life,
stress.
it literally reduces
because
the stress.
Because
sometimes are
we
running on autopilot,
sometimes are running
which
on
means
autopilot.
we have
which
a
means
list
we have
in our
a
head
list
of what
in
we
our
need to
head
get
of
done,
what we need to get
and then
done.
we're just like running around like
running
chickens
around
with our
like
head cut
chickens
off,
with our head cut
trying
off,
to tend
trying
to all
to tend
the
to
things,
all the
when
things.
really if we just
when really
slow
if we
down
just and do these tasks mindfully, you'll notice that your mind has more space. You are emotionally regulated. You're practicing breath work when you're doing your accomplished list. You're being just so attentive to the task because multitasking can cause stress. So when you're mindful,
you're just less stressed. There's a different energy
There's
about
a different
you
energy
working
about
on those accomplishments, rather than you trying to rush through the to-do list. So one technique that I really want to teach you guys, ladies, tips to reduce your stress for the busy mom that you are, those was helpful. The next thing I want to teach you to reduce your stress is for the busy mom that you are was helpful. This is something that I teach you to reduce stress and overwhelm. I just really this is something that I do. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna place a hand on your chest and your stomach, and you're gonna inhale. So what you're gonna do for 7 seconds. A hand on your chest and your stomach, inhaling, and you're gonna inhale through your nose for 7 seconds. You're collecting. But what you're doing when you're inhaling, as if they were like particles in your body, or even you're collecting confetti, right? Overwhelm and you're taking a basket, as if they were like, and you're just particles in your body, or even like up confetti, right? Like you're taking a basket and you're just like the overwhelm and the stress, moving it up. So inhaling for 7 seconds, your body, you're collecting the overwhelm and then you're gonna hold it. So at inhaling the top for 7 seconds. You're gonna hold for 7 seconds as you gather. And then you're gonna hold it at the top. And the energy and anxiety or whatever it is you're feeling. Gather. And then you're gonna exhale and the energy and anxiety for or whatever it is you're feeling. So you're gonna like exhale, and then you're gonna exhale all that energy and drop it and tension for 7 seconds out of your mouth. So you're gonna like and you're just like releasing. And you're gonna move all that energy. So inhaling and tension out of your mouth, and you're just holding like releasing for 7 seconds. So inhaling, holding for 7 seconds, and exhaling and releasing for 7 seconds. And exhaling, and let's try that again. Releasing without for 7 without me describing it. So let's try that again for 7. Without holding for 7. Without me exhaling for 7. So and you're gathering the energy, 7, grabbing the anxiety, the tension, whatever you may be feeling, 7. And you're gathering the energy, and when you're releasing it, you're really breathing out those emotions and those physical releasing it. And when you're releasing it, you're really breathing out those emotions and those physical feelings, and you're relaxing the body. So here we go, ladies. Inhale. I love it. I hope you all joined me doing that practice. Honestly, that practice can be done. I love it. I hope you all joined me your mommy doing that practice. You're in your car. Honestly, that practice can be done. Whatever it is, anywhere you can. Take your mommy time out. You're in your car. I really hope this podcast episode helped you. If you're feeling called to share, I would love that. I also started a new Instagram episode helped you. If you're feeling called to share, I would love that. I hope you'll follow me. I also started a new Instagram. Thank you so much for being here. Have an amazing week. I hope you'll follow. Thank you again for joining me for another episode of Moms Unboxed. If you have a topic or relationship question, connect with me at I am Melanie Caroline. And don't forget to follow Moms Unboxed. May you live a liberated, sensual, and unboxed life. Until the next time, sunshine.